Right, welcome back everyone. So it's raining outside, so I'm going to do some modifications to the BSA, which might interest you a little bit. I'm going to be putting on Barkbusters shields onto my Barkbusters single point mounting system. So what I've got here is a Barkbusters universal fit backbone, and it's single point hardware because it fits on one point, which is the bar end, and doesn't have a secondary mounting connects to the handlebar. Now the advantage to this system is that it's a little bit cleaner. You don't have the mounting hardware clashing with your brake master cylinder, your wiring, your pipes and that kind of thing. Often you've got to jiggle this bit around to allow that to fit. So this time round, different to the Vosges, on this I went for single point. So just got a connection here and then the hardware just stops here. You then basically customize this with whichever plastic shield you want from the Barkbusters range. And when I did this, I decided I'd go for VPS because it looks like a more rough and tough and off-road guard. However, what I didn't realize at the time was that the use case that was probably more applicable for me was weather protection when I'm riding the bike. So what I'm going to do is just take that off. See, it's actually quite easy, just take it off and then swap it for one of these, which is the Barkbusters Storm. Basically the same thing, just a different shape. So what you do is, that's the universal backbone, 2 screw holes in it, make sure the holes line up and just clip it into place and then put the screws back in. It should actually be quite straightforward, he says. And then I need something to attach that side, don't I? Because that seems a bit flappy to me. Okay, I might actually drill this. Yeah, so I've just done a little hole in the plastic just to allow this screw to go in. Hopefully that goes in nicely. If you do the side-by-side comparison, this one is a little bit bigger. I think this will be better to keep my hands warm in colder weather. Right, that's £20 or £21 delivered. That's £21 well spent. Normally they're about 45, but I got mine on eBay, which was a bit of a bargain. So I'm quite happy. I think when I take the BSA out again, that's going to really improve the riding and the weather and stuff. I need to talk to you about EICMA as well, because I'm going over to EICMA for the first time on Friday. The show started today, but it runs through until Sunday. I'm going to be at the EICMA show Saturday and Sunday. We've always been to Motorcycle Live before, but EICMA is 4 times bigger, and you see bikes at EICMA that aren't shown at Motorcycle Live, so I just thought, let's go. It is also probably the last opportunity for me to go easily, because you might know that I quit my job last year for corporate sales, software sales, and then we moved house, we set up a new life 200 miles further south in the southwest, and it's pouring with rain now, so I'm kind of sort of regretting that decision. Should have moved to Spain. Anyway, that's a side note. And then basically that quitting that job gave me the space to be able to make the move, but the money which I had saved up from corporate software sales kind of dwindling now. So without getting into a sticky situation, I'm going to need to get a gainful employment locally in this area. So really, EICMA this year is easy to go this year, whereas next year I think it might be more problematic with annual leave and deadlines and a boss, and there might be something in work that clashes with the show. I just thought, I'm free, it's a good opportunity to go. Now, with respect to EICMA, we've got some cool bikes like the Bullet 650, BSA's new mini adventure bike. That's cool, isn't it? If you haven't heard that, that's just been released. And then you've got Motor Marini's all-terrain hike bike, which is a weird name, but I think it's quite cool. And then there's a cool electric off-road bike as well, which I'm going to go and have a look at. There's loads of little cool small capacity bikes, and I'm going to obviously focus at the cheaper end of the market. Cheap, cheerful and Chinese, that's basically what this channel's about. But let me know if you want to see anything in particular, because I'll go and I'll film those bikes. Now, let's talk a little bit about YouTube. When I do get my job, I will still try and do the channel, but it's basically like all bets are off. Like we we'll see kind of like what happens with it. I've got no idea whether I'll be doing more or less, or if I'm commuting to work, will I be doing like on the bike stuff? I'll just do what I need to do. I'm not even 40 yet, so I've no pension, I'm not retired, I've got no separate income. There are ways which I've seen other channels go down, routes to go down, like selling t-shirts, affiliate links for clothing, giving discount codes on accessories for bikes and gadgets and tech and stuff like that. I haven't really done all that because half the kit I don't really believe in it anyway, so I wouldn't come on here and say buy this because I think it's crap. If I buy something and fit it to my own bike, like the Barkbusters handguards, I'll say, yeah, they're class. Buy Barkbusters, it's expensive, but it just lasts a lifetime. It's made of strong aluminium. It's just brilliant. But I wouldn't say buy some piece of crap, well, unless it's an AliExpress helmet. Then maybe I would tell you to buy it. But nevertheless, like I'm not pushing gear on the channel. I just don't want to do it. Okay, finally got to talk about the helmet. And a lot of you thought the helmet was really stupid, and it kind of is a little bit stupid, but I actually do like it. It wasn't a joke. I am going to use this helmet to ride around on the scooter. I've got the goggles to go with it. What I didn't realise, which everybody told me since, is that the wasp on the side is actually representative of Vespa. So Vespa apparently means wasp, I didn't know. Somebody wrote that in the comments. And although a lot of you laughed at the helmet, a few people actually said it looks cool. They love the helmet. And someone asked about the sizing, and they said they're going to go and buy one because they've got a Vespa and they've got a Royal Enfield Hunter that's black and yellow. So it's perfect. So the helmet divided opinion, but no, it wasn't a joke. I like it. I'm going to wear it when I do scooter content, basically. And in the summer, 25 miles an hour around the town, around Bude, around Cornwall, it's going to be perfect. I mean, it actually looked quite cool. The Ochre Royal Alloy scooter, my helmet, my goggles, denim jacket. And you guys were saying I look stupid, but I'm proving you all wrong. I'm proving you all wrong. We're getting there. And on that note, I'm going to end the video. Catch you in the next one.